Were there any big changes that happened when your cancer came back with regarding working?
Yeah, so I had already worked since I had my children flexibly.
Mhm.
So I felt that if somebody in the job that I do, diversity and inclusion, couldn't show that there was different ways to work, then actually who was going to kind of role model that? So I've always
Yeah.
done that. What I did was a couple of, it's mainly practical things that really help. One is thinking about your work pattern. So I had structured my work pattern around what worked for work and what worked for my children's hobbies.
Yeah.
And I had to take a step back and say, and when are my appointments going to be? And when am I not going to feel, if I have my treatment on that day, I'm not going to feel well on that day. So that was a very practical thing, just to shift things around and to have very straight conversations about what you need. And I found working with cancer, working with Maggie's support groups help to articulate what I needed, but what I could still offer. Because I've worked for 11 and a half years and contributed, a good performance level for all that time. So it's not that I couldn't contribute and I wasn't asking for favors, but I was asking for the conversation about how do we make this work for the company and how do you make it work for me as well. So learning to getting your messages right and just having really straight conversations, but thinking about it as a win-win rather than as asking for a big favor here and you're not going to get anything back from,
I guess it's asking your employers not to write you off because your cancer's come back. You can still contribute. You're still very good at what you do. You just need to do it in a different way.
That's exactly right. And I think one of the misunderstandings that we have, and we'll come on to some of my asks, is we think about flexible working and agile working and the return to workplace, well, it's not even COVID, as a certain way of working. I think we need to just get really creative and really flexible about what that means. So, I would find myself on a treatment, sitting at the hospital, working a full day. I just couldn't be on Zoom calls all day because I was in a hospital ward.
Yeah.
But actually I was doing a full day's work, or I was catching up, at different times.
Yeah.
So just really thinking out the box about what that could look like.
Yeah, because you spend a lot of time in hospital waiting for things to happen that you can use to be productive, can't you?
That's right, that's right. And actually it gives you a bit of downtime, quiet time I tend to keep a little stack of articles or things that I want to just get half an hour to read, that it's not 10 minutes in between Zoom calls where you're trying to get your cup of tea as well.
You can't, can you? The tea and the tea break.
Yeah, so there's just different ways to do it, and it's just thinking like that.